Distinguished guests, learned colleagues, ladies and gentlemen. I am Professor John Lee, and on behalf of my co-author, Dr. Juniati, Dr. Sitin, Ms. Egner, it is our pleasure to highlight our research paper entitled Decarbonisation, a case study of Malaysia. Our study aimed to assess the decarbonisation effort of corporations in Malaysia in relation to the Malaysian National Net Zero Emission Target. Malaysia has committed to reducing its carbon emission by 45% by the year 2030 and achieving net zero emission by 2050. However, actual emissions have not yet reached this target. Malaysia faces challenges in achieving decarbonisation, including the lack of standardized calculation method and appropriate pricing structure. Our research aimed to provide insight into the barrier and facilitator of decarbonisation in Malaysia and offer recommendations for effective strategy to accelerate transition to a low-carbon economy. In our literature review, it highlights that decarbonisation has a positive impact on corporate sustainability and competitive advantage. In our research, we carefully selected candidates who possesses the expertise and are actively involved in their company's sustainability and decarbonisation effort. The sample of a total of 80 participants were divided into two groups, having representation from different management levels. We conducted 2 rounds of focus group discussion, FGD. This allows for a thorough exploration of the topic and gather insight from a variety of participants. Thematic analysis was employed to gain a deep understanding of participant perspective on decarbonisation. This qualitative research technique systematically identify, analyze, organize, describe, and report major themes in collected data to provide comprehensive and reliable results. The 3 main themes are current practice, long-term view, and concern and current issue. This study highlighted the prevailing decarbonisation practice is on compliance with environmental regulation and cost-saving measure. Investment in decarbonisation remains a minor portion of their overall capital investment, and it is not accorded high priority by company leadership. Addressing this concern is crucial for realizing Malaysia NDC of achieving net zero emission by 2050. While businesses are actively adopting measures to reduce costs, the concept of actively investing in decarbonisation initiative is still not widely embraced. This hesitation is compounded by apprehension surrounding the lack of well-defined government policy and the intricate nature of decarbonisation strategy. Among the notable barriers to the effective implementation of decarbonisation, the study has underscored the actual shortage of adequately trained personnel and the availability of pertinent training programs for staff and managers. This scarcity of skilled individuals is further compounded by concern related to greenwashing practices and the influx of overnight experts from major consultancy firms, giving rise to doubts regarding their credibility and qualification. Additionally, the challenge of maintaining competitiveness while striving for a transition to net zero emission has also emerged alongside potential conflict of interest linked to consultancy firms offering a range of services tied to sustainability practice. On long-term perspective, the analysis has emphasized the necessity for establishing a universally accepted method of valuation of value emission. It has also shed light on the ongoing debate regarding the commercial viability of sustainable technology, the balance that must be struck between competitive advantage and net zero aspiration, and the pivotal role played by carbon sink and emission trading system. In this era of globalization, the importance of having a universally recognized taxonomy and reporting framework for sustainability and carbon emission becomes increasingly evident. Cross-border collaboration is the key to achieving this. Addressing the overnight expert issue, one significant hindrance in driving decarbonization is the emergence of overnight experts who lack the skill or are interest conflict. The solution to addressing this issue is to implement stringent regulation, possibly through the establishment of an independent certification body. This body can set clear minimum competency standard and ethical standard that would minimize conflict of interest. Government support. The government role is pivotal in supporting decarbonization, formulation of clear policy and regulation to guide sustainable practice, active government involvement creating a conducive environment for businesses to move towards sustainability, prioritization to achieve decarbonization goal. Companies need to elevate their investment priority in decarbonization effort. This involves setting clear objectives and creating a strategic roadmap to achieve net zero emission. The fundamental underpinning should consist of periodic assessment that conduct comprehensive cost-benefit analysis, thereby validating the effectiveness of decarbonization initiative. The landscape of further research offers various opportunities to uncover strategy that goes beyond mere regulation compliance in driving decarbonization. This could involve a thorough exploration of the hidden advantage that decarbonization offers as a competitive advantage for companies. Additionally, delving into the complexity of barriers that obstruct this advantage from the company's perspective is a promising avenue. Thank you for your attention and participation.